Welcome to 90 Breathwork and Sound Healing with Grace Muscular. You're in the right place if you've tried mindset work before but still feel stuck in stress or survival mode. Maybe you're emotionally self-aware but still find areas where moving beyond your comfort zone or stepping beyond your edge is difficult to do. You know that success and strategy, going to the next level, um, isn't enough to do by pulling up your bootstraps on your own. You need an upgraded emotional intelligence system to carry you past the edges of comfort and into the unknowns of fears and help you let go of the patterns of the past that hold you back. Maybe you have a deeper calling, but you're not sure how to access it. And it's just like doesn't seem fair to know that you're meant for something much bigger and more than what you're currently allowing yourself to have. Maybe you've heard of nervous system repatterning, but you're not sure how to do that and you're still stuck in, I guess I'll just try harder. So, I'm going to share with you some information that you likely might not have heard before, and I'm going to ask you to have an open mind. The um, biggest mismatch I see in the world is that people secretly feel there's something wrong with them if they're always procrastinating, overthinking, or being burned out. Maybe they'll talk about it, but still there's this level of shame, a level of guilt about it that they want to hide or push through because they don't like that feeling. They don't want other people to see them weak, which is a lie because if you're experiencing that, congratulations, you're flipping courageous, you're resilient. Because most people come to that edge and say, oh no, and turn around and go back to comfort. But if you're here, I know that you are equipped and with this technology, ready to move beyond your limits. The source of frustration isn't there's something wrong with you. It's the nervous system dysregulation because you see, the nervous system is in your body. We're talking your fight or flight response, which is a survival based program meant to warn you that danger's here. And when there's unresolved traumas that you've already survived, that you've already grown beyond, they haven't been addressed, they'll keep triggering and looping in the background until you talk to them, until you face them. And 90 breathwork and sound healing is the fastest, quickest, most Cadillac way to actually do that. And once you do, the loops and triggers that are controlling your life, affecting your body and your freedom to express the spirit in the way you want to, the way you know you should, disappear. And, affirmations, they're great. They're not enough. If you got the right affirmations that are aligned with your soul, that's a great beginning. But your nervous system has to believe that you believe it. It has to believe that it's safe. And that requires this deep somatic conditioning that breath work and sound healing does. And once you do, then you can move beyond your edges of comfort, your edges of safety. This is the bridge between knowing that you should be doing something better and actually doing it, actually being it. I'll say this again. 30 years of doing this deep work with myself and with thousands of clients by now. This is the best, most Cadillac way I know to accelerate emotional intelligence, have those breakthroughs for relationship harmony. And that's with yourself and the loved ones around you. And also for legacy level leadership influence. Emotional intelligence is the way. So if you've ever felt like nothing's working or that you should be further along by now, like I did for years, this is the path. This is an answer. You don't need to push harder. You need to reset deeper. Personal ascension, spiritual ascension isn't out of your body. It's going deep inside, within. Breathwork and sound healing does that. This is how you come back to your most loving, present, calm, clear, conscious, powerful, resourceful self. So, what makes 90 so different? So, this isn't just music and breathing. This is a specifically orchestrated, curated, multi-dimensional nervous system reset. The experience is like being in an IMAX theater, but without the visual, right? Um, so what happens is there's 8 distinct layers of sound and vocal coaching that are piped in through noise canceling headsets. The ninth layer is, of course, the breath work. And the effect is an intentional brainwave entrainment of healing frequencies and hypnotic guidance with trauma informed pacing to gently, easily, and elegantly, that's a word that comes up, help you release old patterns and activate higher states of consciousness safely and powerfully. So most breath work alone leaves you cracked open, but with no container to hold you. So 90 holds you within the whole experience that you're in. Plus, when I facilitate it, I'm a Reiki master, I'm full spectrum energy healer, and I hold space, meaning you're held in this high vibration of love. And we know this principle, love melts fear, love prevails over fear. I mean, it's a yin yang dynamic, but when you're wanting to evolve and let go of fear, you have to replace it with love. And the only thing that makes it safe to do that is love. Love makes you feel safe. So this upgrades your entire system, not just your mood. Kind of like you can go to get a massage, you feel good for a day or two, but then your stress levels come back because you haven't addressed the root cause of your stress. This does that. So, what are the 9 dimensions? So, I talked about before the multi-dimensional sound experience. There's amazing music soundtracks in there. You're going to have binaural beat entrainment, solfeggio frequencies, isochronic brainwave tones, 432 harmonic tuning, somatic breath work, hypnotic therapy, guided vocal coaching, and bioacoustic sound effects for transformation. During the journey, you'll be guided how to breathe, when to breathe, how deeply to breathe, how fast or quickly to breathe. So you don't have to worry. You cannot get this wrong. And there'll be times when you'll be asked to hold your breath on the inhale or hold your breath on the exhale. And of course, there's a few journeys in there that will really build up a lot of old tension. And then you'll be asked to scream it out of your body with a primal scream. And, that might scare you a little bit, and I get it. But remember, this is a virtual journey, and you can be laying down in the comfort of your own home, and no one needs to hear you. So you can process on your own. So if you got tears coming down your face, or you're giggling, or you're laughing, or you want to scream, or you yell, that's what this is all about. And it's quite the experience. So how does this get delivered? Well, like I said before, it's through the headset and then you're breathing. So the journeys are themed and grouped together to produce a cumulative healing effect over time. The best results, of course, are once a week over a period of minimum of 3 months. But you can get amazing, life changing results after one session, one journey. But so here's some titles to give you an idea of the kinds of things that you can let go of. So the first week of every month, release stress and anxiety because that's a big deal for everybody. Then peppered throughout the months, the actual journey order is in a PDF or is listed really close to this video. But other journeys are self mastery and enoughness, transcending fear, releasing sacred rage. Rage is a indicator that of self-worth. Kind of strange, but it is. There's a journey for letting go and moving on, for reconnecting with your inner child and healing beyond ancestral lifetimes. There are a couple journeys in there. They're adding more every month. There's another one. They're DMT journeys where it triggers that chemical in your brain so that you can have the effect of a plant medicine journey without the cost and without the risk. And like I said before, the full descriptions and the monthly themes you'll find posted really close to this video. So you may be asking, I've already done breath work, meditation, therapy. What makes this different than what hasn't worked for me before? And I get it. Um, I the so when I came up with a 9D breathwork and sound healing, I my first journey, I released so much shame that I didn't even know I carried in. The transformation I had was worth about maybe 10 years of old fashioned what's up, let it go work, right? So it uses hypnotic suggestion, brainwave entrainment, and energetic pacing to go deeper than anything I've ever experienced. Some of you may be wondering, this costs money. Will this actually change something that matters, or is this just another nice experience? And yeah, this is more than just a nice experience. This is a practical nervous system upgrade that impacts how you show up in work, in relationships, and in leadership. Because when your nervous system is calm, that's your center. Storm can go all around you, but your communication improves with yourself, with those around you. Creativity returns, and you stop self-sabotaging your success. You're resourceful. You may be thinking, well, this seems pretty scary. What if I'm doing this wrong? Will I be judged? Am I going to be overwhelmed? Yeah, I know I felt that way too. I was a little embarrassed to go about breathing deeply and screaming and whatnot. But this is not about doing it right. This is about breathing in a way that your body already knows. It's really uncanny. It remembers, and it's going to guide you safely, gently, and with full support. You might be saying, I don't have time for this. I don't have the bandwidth for this. And yeah, I get it. But this isn't another task to do. And this is a reset that makes everything else easier. So you take time to reset, and then moving forward, you have more bandwidth. You have more resourcefulness. And one breathwork session can give back hours of clarity. You might be wondering, what happens if I fall apart? What if I stop holding everything together? I don't know who I'll be. I get it. Letting go of those defenses of what's always worked in your past and then stepping into a place of calm and ease, it's different. It's really, really different. But with the nervous system resetting and the way the 9D breathwork works, and then also I have a free integration session on Thursdays to help you tell your nervous system that this new level of calm actually is safe and that you deserve it. Breathwork gives you a safe way to release without re-traumatizing it as well. So you're not going through the trauma again. You're witnessing it from a place of peace. And that alone is enough to transform. Period. Just the way it is. So, if you're inclined, I'd love to see you in the next journey. Sign up. You can get a free. First one's free, um, and come if you love self mastery, upgrading that personal sweet spot of personal value, boundaries, vulnerability, and the voice to feel safe saying your truth, and balancing that dance of love and logic. And how does that look? And what does that feel like? And what is that in this higher way of looking at things? And that being able to find the compassion for unconditional love, to forgive your betrayers or or yourself for the unforgivable. 90 breath work makes that easy. I'd love to see you in the next journey. See you soon.